Elon Musk claims that he paid $250,000 to silence a SpaceX flight attendant's 2016 sexual harassment claims. He says it's a claims from just a leftist that has a political axe to grind, and they're mad because he's trying to buy Twitter. And I think it's a hit job personally. And this is what the left does. The left uses women every time they want to try to take out an opponent. Instead of competing in, the marketplace of either ideas or business, what they do is this stuff. Oh, well, we'll say that he sexually harassed someone. And they play that game because they think that they can just snap their fingers and women will respond that way. I'm just shocked that so many women out there don't recognize the absolute sexism in this tactic. Every single time somebody comes up that the left doesn't like, whether it's Elon Musk, whether it's Brett Kavanaugh, anything, the left always does that. Their dirty trick, their go-to, is to accuse them of some kind of sexual harassment every single time, because they think they can use that as the dog whistle to get all the women up, frenzied up into a rage mob, and that's going to be enough to take out that person. That doesn't work anymore. It doesn't work anymore. I think it's not ever going to work again, hopefully. That's so shameful, and it's so inherently sexist. And you have so many dumb women that just fall right in line. No, I don't believe this woman. I don't believe all women. I think that's garbage and trash, because I am a woman. I know a lot of women, and I'm going to tell you, some of these bitches can't be believed. God's honest truth. So they said with this, that I don't want to get into all the details of it, because he basically wanted her to give him a massage in more than one place, and then he apparently offered her a horse. That's what he said. That's what the claim is that he said. And he's like, yeah, these attacks should be viewed through a political lens. This is their standard playbook. And the left is saying, well, he only said he was going to vote as a Republican or for Republicans because he was aware that these accusations were going to come up. Even if so, I don't buy it. I still don't buy it. The reason I don't buy it is because they've been going at him ever since he decided he wanted to buy Twitter. And they started doing this story after it came out that he was going to buy Twitter and he was going to actually uphold free speech principles. And then they started doing this story. I mean, you kind of knew that he didn't even need to say that he was probably going to vote Republican. I think everybody knew it, you morons, without him actually having to go out there and form the words with his mouth that he was going to do it. Everybody already knew. He didn't have to say it. So I think that that's a lame. This is this is a hit job, and it's a hit job designed to toxify somebody who is taking away their favorite cudgel. That's it. This is their rage mob tool. The rage mob was born on Twitter. All of this push to control information originates on Twitter. The disinformation board, they wanted to target namely Twitter. They hate Facebook too. Facebook, just because that the far left hates Facebook doesn't mean that Facebook's a friend of conservatives. It just means that they don't really bend a knee to China, but at the same time, they can be, they do some stuff for the left. So the enemy of our enemy is not our friend in that particular situation. So this whole story, I think it's a hit piece. But I think people are tired of the whole Me Too thing. Really. And it really does. It seems like people are done with it. I also don't believe, I just don't believe that Musk did it, because he's like one of the most covered people on earth. He's been doing this for 30 years now. If these stories would have come out long before. They really would have. I don't believe any of it. It was published originally by Business Insider. Now, the flight attendant hasn't been named, and they allege that the billionaire rubbed her leg, offered her gifts, including a horse, in exchange for erotic massage. You know what? Sidebar. This reminds me of that time that Al Gore was accused by a masseuse who used her name of propositioning her because he wanted her to release his chakra. I don't know if y'all remember that, but he wanted an erotic massage. He wanted a happy ending is what he wanted. That's what it's called. That's what he wanted. And the masseuse wasn't going to make it happen. That story broke and all the media covered it up. This broad, and like she reported it immediately. She didn't wait for like an opportune time. She went and reported it immediately. And nobody in the media wanted to touch that story. Now you have this thing from 2016, and it just so happens that it comes up right at the time that he's going to be buying Twitter, and everyone's trying to put pressure on him because they hate free speech so bad. Yeah, it is a political hit job, and I don't believe it. I don't believe any of these people. I don't believe a single damn thing they say. I have no reason to believe them, nor do you, and nor do we have an obligation to believe them or take them seriously. Not at all.